Well, Irish dance is making a major comeback in Rockford after nearly a decade, with classes returning to the Rockford Dance Company this fall. Maggie Polsine spoke with dancers and Irish culture advocates who say this return is a huge step toward connecting the community to the past, present, and the future of traditional style.
The art of Irish dance is rooted in centuries of history. It's high energy with lightning-fast, precise footwork and has evolved from social dancing into a competitive sport. Now, lessons return to the Rockford region at Rockford Dance Company through a new partnership with the World School of Irish Dance.
Our school was invited to perform at the Prairie Street St. Patrick's Day event, and there was a lot of interest. A lot of families that came and approached me and said, we really are interested in Irish dance. You guys were great. We could see the happiness and the joy from the kids. You know, we would love it back to the Rockford area.
Starting Saturday, August 22nd, the studios will host both beginner and intermediate classes. Leading the charge are Irish dance national champion Shelley McCarthy and her daughter Kayla.
You don't have to be Irish. You don't have to know anything even about it. And if you do, that's even better.
And her students are ready to jig.
So what is your favorite thing about Irish dance?
I love getting to meet up with my friends and be like just learning a new thing that I love doing.
I like the sound, and it's really complicated, so it looks really pretty if you do it right.
Having fun and performing on stage.
To perform on stage, I don't know.
Danny McDade from the Irish Marching Society says years of advocacy for Irish dance to come back to Rockford have paid off.
Because the dance is what links the past with the present and the future, because now there's all kinds of great stuff happening with Irish dance. It's being danced to all kinds of music, so it's really wonderful. So we're excited to start that chapter here in Rockford.
I'm hoping for the kids to have an extracurricular activity, new friendships, and to form a little Irish dance family inside the Rockford community.
Come do Irish dancing!
In Rockford, I'm Maggie Polsine.
Well, the beginner class starts on Saturdays at 10 a.m., followed by an intermediate performance and competitive team at 11 a.m. Registration is now open at rockforddancecompany.com. Well,